If there is one thing every gardener has heard, it's that compost is the foundation of healthy soil. It's true. Compost builds structure, adds organic matter, and helps plants thrive. But what if there was a faster way to flood your soil with life? What if there was a method so effective that within days your garden soil could teem with microbes without waiting months for a pile to break down? Today, we're uncovering a forgotten shortcut, an ancient technique farmers once used to supercharge their fields before the age of fertilizer bags and store-bought compost. And the best part? It works with scraps and materials you already have around you. This isn't a replacement for compost, but it is a soil revival trick that can outsmart even the best-managed compost pile by jump-starting biology in record time. Let's dive straight into it, because once you understand how this works, you'll never look at kitchen waste and crop residues the same way again. Here's a tried-and-true way to apply the soil microbe shortcut in a home garden setting. Start with a gallon of rice wash water or, another starch-rich liquid such as oat soak water. Add in a small handful of barley straw, dry grass stems, or even shredded paper. These provide a slow carbon trickle to keep microbes busy longer. To this, add a nitrogen activator. If you have rabbit or chicken manure, a handful stirred in is excellent. If not, even a few ounces of diluted urine works at a ratio of about 1 part urine to 10 parts water. Leave this mixture in a covered bucket for 48 hours in a warm place. You'll notice bubbles and a slightly sour smell. That's microbial life blooming. At this stage, strain out the solids and dilute the liquid about 5-to-1 with clean water before applying it to the soil around your crops. What you've just done is introduced billions of active microbes directly into the soil food web, weeks or months before a compost pile could have produced them. Compost piles are incredible, but they take time to stabilize, and honestly, most gardeners don't turn them as often as needed. That means microbial peaks come and go, and you only apply them when the pile looks finished. The shortcut, on the other hand, doesn't wait for humus to form. It's a live culture applied when microbial activity is at its highest. The immediate benefit is that plant roots get drenched in enzymes, acids, and nutrients released by the feeding frenzy of bacteria and fungi. Worms, too, are drawn to these hotspots, enriching the soil structure as they move in. Where compost piles may take 3 to 6 months to deliver finished material, this shortcut delivers active biology in just 3 days. 1 bucket of microbe brew won't fix poor soil overnight, but regular applications transform it surprisingly fast. Gardeners who apply this shortcut every 2 weeks during the growing season report looser soil, faster plant establishment, and richer root zones. It works especially well in compacted clay or sandy soil that lacks natural biology. The reason is simple. Microbes build communities. The first wave consumes sugars and proteins, then others arrive to feed on their waste products. Fungal hyphae follow, binding soil particles into aggregates. Protozoa arrive to graze, releasing plant-available nitrogen in the process. This is the soil food web in action, and it establishes itself much faster when you provide ready-made inoculations instead of waiting for a pile to finish. Not every shortcut is foolproof. Just as with compost, balance matters. Too much nitrogen in your brew can create foul-smelling anaerobic conditions. Too much carbon with not enough activator will stall the process. The safest ratios are 1 gallon of starchy water, a handful of dry straw or shredded paper, and just enough nitrogen activator to spark bubbling without overwhelming the mix. If it smells earthy or yeasty, you're on the right track. Also, avoid applying undiluted brews directly to tender seedlings. Always water them down, because concentrated microbial solutions can burn delicate roots. Applied wisely, though, this method is not only safe, but transformative. You might wonder if this works so well, why didn't the method survive into modern gardening? The answer is scale. Industrial agriculture moved towards synthetic fertilizers in the 20th century because they provided uniform, measurable nutrient doses. A jug of ammonium nitrate could be shipped anywhere and applied by machine. Microbial brews, by contrast, are living and inconsistent. They need to be made fresh and don't fit the industrial model. But for gardeners, homesteaders, and small farmers, those drawbacks vanish. You don't need a fertilizer factory when you can multiply your own soil life in a bucket. That's why these forgotten shortcuts are making a comeback in regenerative agriculture today. They empower growers to bypass dependency on outside inputs and restore the natural cycles that once kept soils fertile for generations. Whether you manage a quarter-acre backyard or a few raised beds, adding this microbial shortcut alongside compost gives you the best of both worlds. Compost supplies long-term organic matter and stability. The shortcut delivers immediate biology and plant growth stimulation. Used together, they mimic the rhythms of nature, fast pulses of activity followed by steady accumulation of humus. For the gardener who wants results this season, there may be no better trick. It is simple, cheap, and rooted in centuries of practice. More importantly, it reconnects you with the knowledge that soil is not just dirt, but a living ecosystem waiting to be awakened. If you've been relying on slow compost piles alone, this soil microbe shortcut will open your eyes to how quickly soil life can rebound when given the right fuel. The best part is, it doesn't require fancy equipment or store-bought fertilizers, just the wisdom passed down from those who worked the land before us. Try it once and watch how your soil responds. For more deep dive guides like this, where forgotten methods meet modern gardens, make sure to subscribe to HydroHaven and share this video with other growers who are ready to build living soil the old way. Together we can keep these timeless techniques alive and restore the kind of fertility that no bagged product can match.